Hello, I'm Dylan Grinder,
I'm Summer.
and this is Really Playing Games, the show where we play games. Really, Summer, how have you been? It's been like 2 weeks since
I
we
did see
played.
you on, I
Yeah,
did see you on
I mean,
Saturday
you
though.
saw me on Saturday, that's true.
How
You
have
have a
I been?
voice.
Yeah, I do. What has been happening? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I've been in a fucking fog for the past couple days.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling well yesterday and had a bunch of plans for stuff to do yesterday, and then ended up not doing pretty much any of them, which was a bummer. I still want to see the new Scream movie so bad. It's killing me. Um, but Saturday was a really long day and kind of took it out of me. And then I was like hit with like a stomach bug type thing. And I'm just like quirky girl things. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a chill 2 weeks. Been doing the same thing that I always do. Lots of GTA, lots of that's it. That's really it.
Lots of GTA,
Um,
yeah.
lots of GTA, and that's pretty much all. Um, I got a new laptop. I think that happened in
Mm.
the last 2 weeks, which is really exciting. Um,
I think that was like a
I've
month
been
ago.
it was not a month ago.
It was at least 3 weeks, because I'm pretty sure you already had it the last time we
Did I
were
really?
here. It
There's no
was, hold on,
way.
I'm going to our messages, and I'm going to just
When did
type
I get
in
my laptop? I'm gonna go to my
laptop.
delivery messages and see when it was
The
delivered.
25th you had it.
So, when was that?
So that was,
That was
oh, so the last time we streamed was the day before.
yeah,
You
I
got
think I literally got it
that day.
the
Yeah.
day of our last stream.
Yeah.
Well, my brain, I also went through a brain fog,
Transplant? Oh.
a brain transplant. Yeah, I had a brain
Mhm.
transplant. No, I went through a brain fog that
Yeah.
lasted for a minute, and I attribute it to like depression, anxiety, lots of stuff, but I literally couldn't think. Like I can't describe it other than like I actually could not hold thoughts in my head without getting overwhelmed and anxious.
Mm.
And so thinking of games like there was a couple days I really took off of GTA because I actually felt overwhelmed by playing. Because
Yeah.
I was like, I have to tell myself what to do, and that felt impossible. And so instead I played a lot of Planet Zoo because the game was telling me what to do and it felt
Nice.
creative, but in a very like pointed way where they were like, make the cheetahs happy. To do that, you'll have to find out how to make the cheetahs happy. So you'll have to do some research. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I can do this. I can hire a scientist, do research. Like
Yeah.
it felt open without it was like not it's not a bossy game.
Yeah.
I guess is the best way I could say it. But everything else made me feel overwhelmed. Like I was like, I could start up a new Stardew farm, but like, what the fuck? Why would I do that?
Oh god,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So I've been playing a lot of Planet Zoo. I think within the week or so that I've really dedicated time to it, I've already gotten like 15 hours, which for me is
Damn.
like a lot. It's a lot of
Yeah.
time to play a game that's not GTA.
Yeah.
Um, so I did that. I actually did since last time we had this show, I actually did finish a Minecraft project.
Oh.
That I don't know if anyone has seen because I have not shown it to anyone. I literally haven't told anyone about it.
What
It
is it?
is it's an egg cavern. Did I tell you about this? My cavern where
No.
I'm keeping my cows?
No.
Did I tell you about this? Okay. So I built a cute little cottage and I wanna build a bakery and I wanna build like
Mhm.
I have to but I need like animals and that kind of thing. And I didn't want to rely on the community farms and animals to do
Yeah.
that. And I
Which is
wanted to
good
have
because
my
they're gone
own
now.
free range free range cows and sheep and that kind of thing. But I was like, I don't want them just like roaming around. So I'm going to build an enclosure for them. And
Hmm.
so I'm building a waterfall to water my crops. That was like the one thing I was doing. And then I was like,
Nice.
what if I put my animals in the mountain behind the waterfall?
Mm.
So, behind my house, there's no animals in there yet, but up
Mhm.
behind my house in the cave, there's just, like, a very, like, little, like, meadow with trees in it. I need to go through and light it because when I finished the project and put the trees in,
Mhm.
just shit started spawning under the trees, and,
Yeah.
I got very scared and almost died in my own little oasis and was like,
Uh-huh.
"It's time to fucking go." So, I haven't been back there to do that. I'll probably need help because I wanna
Uh-huh.
put lanterns in there to make it, like, pretty and,
Yeah.
like, fairy lighty, but it's actually really cool because, like, where I curved the top up I mean, it's,
Mhm.
like, just like a little, like, oval,
Yeah.
there actually was a ravine that was coming down in the mountains, so you can actually see the sky at just, like, a
Oh,
little part of it.
cool.
But yeah, it's cool. So I finished a whole Minecraft project, told no one, and then, my brain broke directly after I finished it.
Oof.
So, yeah, but at least I finished it.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, so just, like, vibing, I don't know. Also, my child is actually losing his fucking mind. He's so hyped
Truly.
today. So I'm sorry for his behavior. He's just excited.
Whatever, he's being a
Um,
kid.
whatever, he's literally not even 3, so
Yeah,
deal
he's
with it.
having a good time. Oh,
He is.
no.
Oh, no, children
How
having
dare he?
fun. We hate to
Yeah,
see it.
truly.
Um, yeah, but
This is America. Children are supposed to be miserable.
they are. Just wait till he goes to school. Things will change. Oh, no, I hate
God.
it.
Oh, fuck.
Bleak. Public education is so fun. Um,
Woohoo.
woohoo. Yeah, what about you? What have you been up to for the past 2 weeks? It's a
I
hard
don't
question to
know.
answer.
I don't know. Played some games, finished Streamuary. I've mostly recovered from that now, except that now I'm behind on a bunch of stuff. Um, like I need to do a bunch of writing for Patreon that I haven't had time to do.
Mhm.
Um, and I played some Minecraft, stayed up for like 2 days working on an update for the server, and now I need to work on another update for the server. Um, I've started learning some things about Java. I'm not learning to code in Java, um, but I'm learning some things around Java and things that use it, and specifically the Minecraft server, things that I I never would have wanted to learn, and now I'm learning them. I know what a heap dump is, and I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't know what a mixin was. I wish none of these things mattered to me. I miss those days.
Don't tell me what they are. I refuse to
Yeah.
learn about it.
Good. Good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's better. It's better that way.
smart. Yep.
Um but on the other hand, it means I'm doing good work getting the server to be more stable and
Mhm.
getting cool stuff on it. And I keep running into this problem with the server where it wants more resources than it has. And the only way to give it more resources is to throw more money at it. So I'm putting a lot of work into trying to get it to want fewer resources and still run well. Trying to optimize stuff, and that's a whole ordeal. We had From Dust on Saturday. That was great. And yeah,
It
I
was a really
think
good time.
pretty much my entire life right now is just like looking at Minecraft mods, looking at server analytics and like diagnostics of how it's doing, trying to plan changes, because that's the other thing is it would be really easy, and old me, Grindelgard 1.0 Dylan, would have just like taken another server, made some changes, booted up, seen it, like just seen if it worked, and then been like, okay, everyone figure stuff out. But because I'm like trying to make it more accessible, anytime I push an update to the server that requires any changes on the player's end, so stuff that isn't purely server side, I have to write update documentation talking about what all the changes are, a step by step on how to install the update, and like structuring the update file so that it's easy to update. And it's a lot of pre-work that I didn't used to do. Partially because I would just host the mod pack and then people could download it and just throw it into their mods folder. And now I'm like trying very hard to make sure that people go to CurseForge and download people's mods from their pages so that they get the analytics bumps and kickbacks and all that sort of stuff, because making Minecraft mods is hard work and people should get paid for it, I think, if they're putting that work in. And that unfortunately complicates things, because I could go through the effort of putting together an official CurseForge mod pack, which is a thing, but one, that makes it publicly available and anyone can grab it, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. And two, I would have to go through and make sure that every single mod in the pack has the permissions for that, so I'm not like stealing someone's stuff, basically. And certain things I know aren't. So like Optifine is a thing that I use and that you use and most of the people on the server use for shaders, because the game looks better when you have shaders, and it runs better when you have Optifine. And in order to do a similar thing without Optifine, you need like 5 different mods, with questionable compatibility with other things. And a lot of them aren't even available on the particular platform that we use. But Optifine does not allow mod pack authors to include it in mod packs. So I would have to have like the mod pack and then be like, go get Optifine. And it's a lot. But it's fun. The update that I pushed last week added a bunch of new stuff. And so like, you've been to the end in Minecraft, right? With the dragon? You've never beaten the game?
No.
Oh my
No.
god.
I
Oh my
have
god.
never been to the Nether intentionally.
Summer,
Like
this has
myself.
to change. This has to change.
I've never been like, I need to go to the Nether to get things. I'm gonna build the portal. I'm gonna go. Usually other people just build it and they're like, I'm like, oh, can you get me this thing? And they're like, why don't you come? You have to do it yourself, you big baby. And I'm
Yeah,
just
that
like,
was
I
me.
don't want to. Can you please go do it for me? And they say no. And then that's when I have to go. Other than that,
That was me in Salmon
no.
Pines.
No. Other than
Yep.
that, never.
You should. You should. It's not that bad. And the Nether is really cool now. It's not boring anymore. So why wouldn't you go?
Well, I don't
like
know.
that's like picking a bunch of biomes and being like, I'm not going to go to those. That's literally what you're doing. Is like, I see birch forest, I'm not going in there.
I know, but you're talking to a person who, when I play by myself, I play on either creative or peaceful.
Right.
Like I've never had the need. I've never felt the urge.
Right, but plus better mining tools. Yeah, you cannot get the best gear in the game without going to the Nether.
That's true.
Or getting someone else to, I suppose. But the Nether's cool. I think you'd like it. There are like cool new biomes now. It's not just all plain Netherrack
I'll probably go.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably go at some point.
But
There's stuff I need there.
In vanilla Minecraft, in order to get to the end and fight the dragon, which you should participate in this time because it's going to be a cool, fun thing, and you're going to die and it's going to be great and it'll be a good time. But in order to go to the end and fight the dragon and beat the game and unlock the last of the stuff, usually you need to get 1 to 12 ender pearls and then turn them into eyes of ender and then go find a stronghold and put them in the portal, and that opens the end portal and then you can go to the end and fight the dragon. The latest update to the server got rid of that. That's not a thing anymore. You can't do that. Now instead there are new end portals with their own structures around them. So one of them is a castle. Kiana and I actually went and found one, and they're fucking dope as hell. It's like an actually really cool build. But in order to unlock to like activate the portal, you need 11 different unique ender eyes that drop in various places. So you can get one. I think there are 2 you can get from a raid. There's one that comes from desert temples, one from jungle temples, one from dungeons. Like to sort of all the different forms of vanilla exploration that you can do, so that you have to go in and like explore the world and find these different eyes, and then you have to craft a specific, it's like a power core or whatever that has a really expensive recipe, sort of to get you to do most of the non-end game stuff before you unlock the end game. And it's pretty cool stuff. I'm really stoked on it because when we did 1.0, what sort of happened was a couple people went off and like started building things, and then like 2 or 3 of us speed ran the entire rest of the game. And it was like, okay, we got all the stuff from the Nether. We found an end portal. We unlocked the end portal. We killed the end dragon. We went to end cities. We got elytras. Like, and then there wasn't much else to do. And so like a lot of my work that I did before I started the server was picking mods that were going to make it so that when endgame happened, there would still be interesting stuff to go and do. And interesting things to go find, and cool new builds to make, and that sort of stuff, so that you didn't just reach the end game and go, okay, guess we're done. But what I'm working on now, and sort of what we've got going with this new end system, is extending the mid game out so there's more meaningful stuff to do, so it's not just like a couple of us who play a lot jet through fucking everything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm trying to do more like community goal stuff. So did you ever go back to Spawn Hall after you fucked off into the middle of nowhere in 1.0?
A couple times, but like only like 1 or 2 times, like
Mm-hmm.
not a lot.
Gotcha. So there was an NPC in there. There was a villager that sold some stuff in the mod pack that you couldn't craft yourself. So like the quark candles, for example. That guy's back. He's back in the spawn building on 2.0. But he has a quest that people have to go complete before I'm going to give him any trades that he does. And then over time, he's going to be coming up with more quests to collect these various Ender Eyes in order to get the server ready for doing the end. And the end fight is going to be a big group event thing that we do at some point once all of that stuff has been set up and is ready to go. I'm pretty stoked on it. I have been liking seeing people be more interactive. I don't know if it's because people are building closer together. I don't know if it's because of the social mods that are on the server. Maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe it's just that the server performs better and isn't lagging constantly. But it's been really nice seeing people hang out and do stuff together more this time around.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm putting time in to make sure that there are group events to do. The photo contest is going to come back at some point. That's going to be a thing that I do again. But yeah, this sort of end stuff, this adventure portion of the stuff is really what I'm putting a lot of work into at the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Anyway,
That's good shit.
I don't have a question of the day because my brain has been entirely consumed by working on this stuff. So what do you say we hop into this game?
Let's fucking go.
How do you feel about that? So I think when we left off, we had just finished a loop. Yes.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Oh, there's no game audio. 1 second.
Yeah.
Ophelia.
Hamlet? Again?
Hamlet again. Aww.
Again.
His death. I see it with my own eyes. And the traitor is...
So it's repeating again.
What?
What he said.
Why am I still alive? I thought... No, I know I died. Yes, there's certainly something strange going on.
I must go.
Bye, big old baby. If things always begin like this, I'm going to be seeing quite a lot of Hamlet, aren't I?
She seems so excited about that prospect.
Look at her face, dude.
Yeah.
she's like,
Uh.
don't want to. Look at our modern clothes.
I forgot that we'd done that. You can now reset the time loop at any time. Press the skull button to open a menu where you can restart the loop. Oh. So save the game and reset the loop to Thursday morning if you will remember all information she has learned, but everything else will reset. Cool.
That's very cool.
Okay. Let's see if we still have the key from what's his face? Claudius? Polonius.
Absolutely we did.
Don't think I missed Hamlet leaving your room just now, Ophelia.
You mustn't.
Only last night.
No.
Hamlet accosted me, but I drove him out. Everything's all right, Father.
Oh! I must share this with the king, unless you have some further explanation to offer. Ophelia learns about a future event in which the king holds court about recent events.
Should we talk to him? What do we got to say to this man?
I don't know. What do we have to say to you?
Oh,
Queen's
the Queen's
Chambers?
chambers are locked. Yeah. Now let's fucking go.
Father.
I need access to the Queen's personal chambers. Can you help me?
What?
Even if that weren't wildly inappropriate love, I haven't got a key. Her nosy little lady-in-waiting and that bohemian bullish cook are the only people she ever trusted with that honor.
You mustn't.
But I stand resolute. You mustn't go into her rooms, Ophelia.
Okay. Whatever, Dad. Bye.
What a
Okay, let's see what
loser.
else we can say. No. Let's do the Claudius killed King Hamlet.
We did this
Have we
already,
said that
didn't
to him before?
Yeah.
Did we say that to him already?
Yeah, and he was like, I don't believe you.
Oh, Mysterious Queen Astrid. That's something new. Let's
Oh, yeah.
do it.
What do you know about Queen
Father.
Astrid?
Yeah, what do you know about Queen Astrid, Dad?
Ah, no, that's a name I'd sworn not to speak again.
Was there still some ill omen about her death?
Your mother was wonderfully faithful to Queen Astrid during her service. She served her as a handmaiden in the same way I advised King Alexander.
I miss her.
Thinking of your mother is painful.
Stop thinking of her and start thinking about the... He literally changed the topic so fast. He's like, think about your dead mother, daughter, instead of this queen.
I'm going to visit her grave soon. Won't you come with me? Perhaps then I could find the courage to talk about
Oh.
what happened. Bum,
Dum,
bum,
dum.
bum. I'm sure your mother would be smiling in heaven to think of you visiting.
So sweet.
In heaven. You keep trying, I hear, but it's not quite working out.
Of course.
Certainly, Father. I'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there. Whatever.
Ophelia learns about a future event in which Polonius remembers my mother. If it can happen in this world, it will appear on the timeline. Ophelia learns more about Queen Astrid's memory. This entry will be updated in the journal. If I talk to Father about Queen Astrid, he acts evasive. Evidently, the queen was quite close to my mother, and he finds it painful to discuss her. He mentioned that he visits her grave Thursday night, though.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
Tonight. Cool,
Tonight.
cool, cool.
Easy.
Easy. All right, what's up? Where do we want to go? Let's go see where everybody is. Let's look at the map. Do we want to talk to... I kind of want to talk to the new queen about... We need to get in with that snot-nosed bitch, Lady Brit.
Brit, yeah.
Let's go talk to her. Let's do it. Let's fucking go.
Go to Lady Brit.
Hi,
Go
Dad.
to her.
Go to her. I'm wearing my go to her outfit.
What's up, Britch?
Okay.
Could you ever
We need to. No. We need
Is
to
there
talk
a My
to. We need to
Brother's
get some
Hot?
dirt. There's a. Would you like to hook up with my brother? Let's say what's wrong with Hamlet. Hamlet is acting incredibly strangely. Do you know why?
Spare me.
You really can't imagine?
Oh,
You left
we've
him
heard
in
this before.
pieces. Everyone knows it.
Listen.
This was beyond any lingering feelings he might have for me. This was madness. He was wild-eyed, raving.
Okay, yeah, we've definitely done this one before.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Oh?
For the most interesting argument before your brother left for Paris, he and Hamlet were shouting at each other in the hallway. I could hear it from the chambers. The walls were practically shaking. Oh yeah, we've heard this. Your brother said he was going to write your father a letter, and if the problem wasn't resolved by his return, he'd strangle Hamlet to death. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
He does seem to threaten to strangle Hamlet a lot, though. Either way, perhaps that letter's what's put Hamlet into such a fit. Were I you, I'd have a look. Feely. Yeah, because I was like, Feely? What the fuck does
Feely?
that mean?
Who the fuck is Feely? That's us. Okay. Maybe we do... Can you go to the nobles and servants? I guess that doesn't really matter. Let's talk to her about the queen. Mysterious Queen Astrid. Brit, what do you know of King Hamlet's mother, Queen Astrid?
Astrid? That's awfully specific. Who wants to know?
Me? Just me. Sheer curiosity.
My grandmother knew her well. She attended court when Astrid was growing up. They were about the same age.
And you've heard of her?
Huh. Of course. Unlike some women here, my pedigree runs deep. She didn't really die of childbirth, you know. That's just the nice story they tell.
What's the truth then?
I've simply got to laugh, Feely. Here you are asking me for answers when your dear old father's the biggest Astrid expert of us all. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk to her about the fucking walk. Yeah.
Let's do it.
She's not going to say yes. I
Oh,
need
no, she's
access
not.
to the queen's personal chambers. Can you help me?
Certainly.
Certainly. I have a key to her rooms. But I smell the beginnings of a good deal. Nothing comes free in this world, Feely.
What do you want?
I want to speak to the prince privately, but he won't even give me a second glance.
Oh.
If you arrange a rendezvous, on the other hand, maybe he'll show. Tell him I want to meet him in the garden tonight, and then I'll unlock that room for you. Oh, and definitely don't tell anyone else. I want the utmost privacy, and you know how Gertrude can be. Not to mention, I don't want you pining for him off in the corner somewhere. Everyone knows how that ended. So keep it discreet, won't you?
Fine. But don't say I haven't ever done anything nice for you.
Farewell.
Less talking, more working. Go.
She's such a bitch, dude.
Ophelia acquires the information Brit wants to meet Hamlet. Lady Brit now believes that Hamlet and Brit are going to rendezvous. Ophelia learns more about Gertrude's chambers. The entry will be updated in the journal.
So we going to talk to Hammy.
Hammy. I want to talk to Hammy for two reasons. One, I want to check his room for that letter. What are you doing amongst my personal effects? Leave me and my items be. Suppose I had to wait until he's gone to rummage around.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Let's wait for him to not be busy, I guess. Do we want to stop our brother from leaving?
Let's go. Yeah, we should. What time is it? What's the timeline? I mean, yeah, let's go stop him from leaving,
Yeah.
and then we can come back and talk to Hamlet.
Go to Laertes.
Can you fast forward time while you're running?
I don't remember how to. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Woo. Lurdy. Lurdy-gurdy.
Lurdy, Lurdy-gurdy. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Ah!
Ah.
Please.
Laertes, please listen to me.
I believe you.
Yep.
I
Yep.
Stay here a little while. Okay.
Laertes no longer believes that Laertes is on a trip to Paris.
No,
I love that.
he's gonna form a plan. Okay. Let's go talk to Hambo.
Hambone.
My lady.
Oh. Lady Ophelia.
What?
So, terribly good to see you once again.
Are you a murderer?
What do you mean once again, buddy? We haven't seen you in this timeline.
But we have seen him in our life. Wait,
Especially
what?
after what transpired last time. Do I remember you?
Thank goodness. I'm not going insane. Time is repeating somehow. Everything's so strange. First that horrible dream and now this.
I love that we're having this conversation right next
In
to
front of like
Horatio and-
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your father's death and your own. Surely the vision you had showed you such a fate.
Quince, what's up? How do you know these things? Did you cause them to happen? Are you some sort of sorcerer?
No, I didn't. I mean you no harm, Lady Ophelia. I merely aim to offer my assistance in your journey. Just as I did for His Majesty King Hamlet once.
What? Is my vision a portent of the future? Will my father's murder continue to come to pass? And someone's coming to kill me too, aren't they? Who can save us? Who can protect us?
Who indeed, Lady Ophelia? Unfortunately, this is a road which must be traveled alone, and it is a lonely one indeed. I look forward to watching you discover the solutions for yourself. But I aim to not leave you entirely defenseless. I'll be here to provide assistance if you have further need of me. Ophelia learns more about the Playmaster.
Interesting stuff.
The Playmaster. I met an odd man named Peter Quince, who seems to be a wandering actor of sorts. He's going to perform here in Elsinore Castle and has invited me to attend his performance. Quince is somehow stuck outside the flow of time, like me. He's offered me his assistance in solving my way out of my own quandary. I hope I can ask him about anything I might encounter.
Weird stuff. Okay.
Do you want to talk to him about anything? Gertrude?
Let's talk to him about, does he know anything about Astrid?
Quince.
Do you know much about Queen Astrid?
Queen Astrid and Lady Simona, two peas in a pod. Though, to be quite honest, lady is a mite of a stretch. They were both little bosom pals with your mother, if memory serves. How is your mother doing?
Oh, she's dead, you insensitive fuck.
My
Oh.
lady.
Oh, dear, terribly sorry. I suppose that's what happens when you pop out for a bit and come back in 2 decades.
Okay.
Hemi.
Hambo, let's go talk to him.
Hamboni.
Hamboni.
Gotta clear the ice. Get that Hamboni. Why are you talking to Marcellus again? Okay.
Okay.
What do we want to... Brit.
Yeah, Britt wants to meet Hamlet. Lady Britt has asked me to facilitate a meeting between the two of you.
What?
She asked you this? Can she not be direct with her invitation?
I ask myself the same question. Trust me.
Making you her hound. I thought you above that. Well, color me intrigued. If she wants to meet by moonlight, then let's meet.
Well, that's done, for better or worse. I'll have to let Britt know when I can.
Hamlet now believes that Hamlet and Brit are going to rendezvous. Ophelia learns about it at a future event when Brit agrees to unlock Gertrude's bedroom. If it can happen in this world, it will appear on the timeline. Ophelia learns about a future event in which Brit and Hamlet go for a walk. If it can happen in this world, well, they're boning.
Now then.
Imagine he kills her. I should report back to Britt.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, easy. You did it? Thanks. I'm sure he and I will have a wonderful evening, if you know what I mean. And it's all thanks to you, Feely. But you know, I'll be keeping my key all to myself.
Brit.
But you promised.
Oh, don't go getting your undergarments rustled. There's another way in. Irma stores her key in the plants outside Gertrude's chambers. I don't think she realizes I know.
Oh.
If it happened to go missing for a while, who would notice? Oh. Ophelia now believes that the key is hidden.
But there is an event in which she opens the door for us, right? So there's two ways in.
Maybe, unless that's been taken off the timeline.
Let's go look at the timeline.
Predicting the future.
King
Layer 2
Court.
forms a plan.
Oh,
Brit-
damn, that's sad.
yeah.
We're missing that.
So it's this
We're in it.
conversation we just
Okay.
had, I think.
Okay.
But the nice thing about that is the key will always be in that spot.
Yeah.
So
Well, I wonder if we can go get it and then
I bet we can get it at
just
the
keep it.
beginning of the cycle.
Yeah.
Sup, RG.
Okay, what are we doing?
I would like to go to our Pop's room. He's busy. Hamlet's room and rummage around.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think
I'd
this
like
is
to talk
gonna
to the
be
queen too about Astrid.
Astrid.
Yeah.
Where's she at?
She's in the
She's holding
main.
court.
Have we ever been to that court?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Polonius is out. Go to Polonius' room.
Father fancies himself a scholar, I think. He certainly carries on like one. It's my father's lockbox. He keeps his personal items in there. Nothing but the key can open it, I presume.
So he has to die. He has to
Does
die, and we
he?
have to get the key off of him.
Well, he could give us the key like he did before, right?
Right.
It's
But-
unclear how father finds anything on a desk this messy.
But when he gave it to us...
It was after the queen had died and Hamlet had died
Mm-hmm.
that he gave it to us.
And I
But-
think that reset the timeline.
Well, we got killed right after that.
Yeah. I don't
So
think
I'm
we can
wondering,
get...
because the thing is, we can persist past that point, though, that we've seen on the timeline, because we'll see events further out than that, right? There's a note here. Let's see what's up.
Father, as I was preparing for my journey last night, I attempted to find a certain loot of mine, which is the favorite among my collection. It has gone missing from its case. I'm certain Hamlet stole it. If you could somehow arrange its return during my absence, I would be overjoyed. Please don't hesitate to get Bernardo involved. That's what he was upset about? A loot? Oh my
Whatever.
god.
Missing loot. I wonder if I could find it for him. So we don't retain items between resets,
Nope.
but we know where they are, which is
Yeah.
good. Okay, let's go look through Hamlet's shit. What's this?
More reading!
Woo!
March. This morning I awoke from a vision of God as I slept. I saw him before me in all his glory, and he spoke to me. When the dream faded, I realized my face was wet with tears. The Lord told me to enter the service of a certain Duke Iocus living in a town near here, and to oversee the man's baptism. This particular duke was orphaned as a child, and as such his holy education had been sorely neglected. I knew I had no choice but to obey God's will and to go seek out this man. That very dawn I packed my things, paid the tab at my inn, and traveled over field and hill until I reached the gates of Duke Iocus's estate. Duke Iocus was a man of notorious reputation, to be certain, handsome, but wicked. Of course, as I have sworn a vow of modesty and chastity, I knew his wicked vices would have no influence on me. Oh my
Is
god,
this a
Polonius, what have you
porno?
been reading?
Is this a porno?
I knocked once, and, hearing a shout, interpreted it as an invitation to enter. Imagine my surprise when I found the good Duke himself in the middle of a beastly fornication with a young maiden, on the floor of the foyer, no less. The two of them were braying and sweating as nothing I'd ever seen. Flushing red, I coughed politely to make my presence known. But the Duke merely rolled over and lazily extended a hand in greeting. "Ah, a cleric," he boomed. "What brings you to my estate?" I introduced myself and declared my purpose to him, asking if he wished to be baptized. He roared with laughter. "What rubbish," he explained to me. He explained to me that he had no need for a holy man, but all the need in the world for a stalwart butler. And so, before I could think of anything better, I agreed to serve him in that capacity. "I warn you, my new cleric butler," Iocus swore, "I shall never believe in any god you serve." He may say this now, but I believe I can change his heart. Oh my god. April. My lord Iocus has kept me busy this last month. One of my continual duties is to ensure the sanctity of his personal bedchamber, especially its cleanliness, so that he might continue to seduce all manner of impressionable young folk into it at all hours of the day and night. His lust seems to know no boundaries. I find it both frightening and some matter of clinical interest to me. Today, when tidying his bedchamber, I thought I might leave my Bible at his bedside. Surely, I thought, he might read a page or two. I was right. He pushed into my room later that evening without knocking and handed the Bible back to me. "What a fascinating book," he declared. "Have you come to know God?" "Sorta." I read only the book called Songs of Songs. I learned so many fascinating ways to compliment a woman's breasts. Never read anything so erotic in my life. "And what of the rest, my liege?" He shrugged. "Dull, dry, lacking in action, heavy-handed on miracles to service the plot. Couldn't get through half of it without falling asleep." He spun on his heel and left. May. For the last month, my lord Iocus kindly allowed me to bring a prayer group into his home. It is but once a week on the Sabbath. Tonight's subject was on preparing oneself to enter the communion of marriage and opening one's heart to God. 3 young women and 3 young men came to our door, all of them in their finest clothing, ready to receive the word. The word is what the Duke calls his dick, I'm pretty sure. Ordinarily, Iocus is prone to leaving home on nights like these to drink and play, but tonight he seemed compelled to linger. Not 1 hour in, after the wine had been served, Iocus came to me. "We've nothing to serve them to eat," he fretted. "Nothing but bread and cheese. What sort of meal is that? My good cleric, run into town and purchase an entire boar at once." I donned my cloak, took a satchel of gold, and started off, giving the group my apologies. But 3 hours later, I returned to a scene which disturbed me to my core. Around the threshold of the front door were strewed 6 empty wineskins. Entering the foyer, I saw 2 of the young women giggling and chasing after the lads, all of them naked as babes and red in the face. From upstairs, I could faintly hear the sound of distant moans. "My Duke!" I called out, "What manner of sin is going on in this home?" 6 voices rang out in muffled, sensual laughter. "What manner indeed? I can be as specific as you like," Duke Iokas called back, the 7th voice barely stifling his own laugh. "Though we're, preoccupied. Friends, make room in the bath. I'm coming in." I think I must have gone into a dead faint then. I knelt on the floor and prayed with all my might. Later that night, Iokas burst into my chambers. His hair was wild, his eyes rolling, he was stark naked. "Praise God!" he shouted. "I beg your pardon," I said, bleary and half awake. "My dear cleric, I've seen the light. I want you to baptize me immediately, tomorrow at dawn if possible." "My lord," I said in shock, "what changed your mind?" Iokas shook his head. "I was nestled in a pile of limbs and love-making for hours. I thought for a moment I might die entwined like that, and I did experience a death of sorts. But then, at the moment of release, a sense of utter peace came over me, the manner of which I can hardly describe. I've never felt so content, so magical, so right. I remembered all your endlessly dull lectures about the Holy Spirit, and I knew then that surely this must be your God's way of speaking through me. This must be how you feel every day." I stared for a moment in horror. Neither of us spoke. "So you'll be baptized," I ventured after a long silence. "Right away, my good man. I want to be a Christian." "Fair enough," I said, and went back to sleep. The Lord works in mysterious ways. That was the best book I ever read on stream.
Hard to believe Father has something like this in his room.
Is it? Dude's a widower. Okay, Hamlet's room. Digging around in this shit.
Hambo. It's uncomfortably warm in here, considering the season, but I suppose Hamlet likes it this way. He wants to sweat out his demons. There are some notes inside the chest.
June 6, MDXXXV. I don't know that many numerals. I don't know what the MD are. I think this is 35. So something 35.
Uh, 1535.
1535? Okay.
Hmm.
Ophelia will not even look at me. My love for her means nothing now, and in the great hall they rejoice my uncle's crowning. My father's proud form but a distant memory. My uncle does not allow me to return to Wittenberg soon. I fear I will well and truly perish. That thing was not my father. It can't be. My father lies buried. But if it wasn't my father, what devil or spirit was it? Am I truly losing my mind? Was it real? Can I be certain it wasn't just a horrid dream? No. The others saw it too. Even if they won't speak to me of it. My uncle cannot be trusted. Devils disregarded, there is yet something evil in him. I found the literature which Bernardo mentioned, tucked away in the gallery downstairs. It only confirms my suspicions. And yet, something in me keeps me from acting on it. What has stolen my courage?
So Hamlet suspected his father was murdered even before he knew. Hamlet's gone and blocked out all the light. How juvenile.
Truly.
If I want to sleep a while, it should be in my own room.
Okay, fair. Is that it? Is there not a liar in here? A leer? Well,
Apparently
shit.
not. Maybe Hamlet didn't steal it.
This is Laertes' room. Anything in here? No.
Imagine we just found it. All right, we want to talk to the queen, right? About Astrid.
Yeah. Where's she at? Ah, they're still holding court. Let's check the timeline real quick.
Oh my god.
Okay, they're just ending.
Yeah. So we can just head down that way. Oh, she's gone. She's probably gone to...
Gertie.
Where's she at? Oh! She's in her room, though.
No, she's right here.
Oh.
Astrid.
Astrid!
My queen.
I know nothing at all about Claudius's mother, Queen Astrid. Did you know her?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no voice acting happening. I'm quite afraid I don't. I arrived in Elsinore some years after her passing at the behest of Hamlet's father, King Alexander. By that time, she was already long dead. Then there was that stir with Alexander's mistress running off.
What?
Just a moment. His mistress?
Oh, yes, Simona. She was known to the court and was something of a favorite of his. At least that's what I heard. When I was young. But then she up and vanished. Most peculiar. I never did think to wonder why. You don't think about these things when you're a child. She's dead.
She did.
Keep.
Keep. Aha! And here's Irma's key to Gertrude's chambers.
Sick.
Sick. Okay. Let's go to the timeline. See what's up. Okay, so
We got
tonight we gotta go
nothing
talk to your
until
dad.
tonight, yeah.
Let's go see what people are up to. What's going on? Where is everybody? What's going on with Hamlet and our dad?
I think we've seen that conversation. That's
What is
where
it?
that's where Hamlet was like cryptic and weird, and Polonius was like, "Okay, weirdo," and then bailed out of they're in the gallery.
Do we want to try and accuse somebody to talk to Bernardo? Like Bernardo wants to see you.
We can also see what the fuck is going on with this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. No, we've seen it before.
Have we?
I'm pretty sure, but we can go. Just double check. But I'm like pretty sure. This is where he's like making a plan,
Brit.
right? Oh,
Britt, oh come on now. Don't look so surprised. Did you miss me?
Oh.
Shouldn't you be on the sea by now? Couldn't stay away from you, as always. So you're, what? You've returned? Indefinitely delayed my departure, more like. My family needs me close right now. My sister especially.
Ugh.
Oh, come on. Ophelia can't be without her big brother for one little summer. Don't call her that. Fine, I won't. But you're tense. What's really going on, Laertes? We'll talk about it tonight, when we're alone, away from prying eyes.
I
why are you guys gonna be alone?
I will see you tonight, yes?
Of course.
Of course. Always, love. Oh.
But why is she going to see Hamlet? Freaking lady!
Ophelia learns about a future event in which Laertes meets with a private confidant.
We did kind of hear that they had like a thing.
Yeah, I mean, she's been
So
into
we can
him.
we can go do that, and then we can go to our father
Mm-hmm.
to the grave.
Let's talk to Quince. I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Quince.
Someone wants me dead. I've come seeking your advice.
Oh.
A most precarious predicament. I've seen your funeral, you know, after you're dead and the worms have gotten to you. They'll have to fish your corpse out of the river. Already pray for maggots. Jesus.
Lovely. Well, if you're of no help, I'll be on my way.
Now, I was getting to the point. You can be so impatient. At your funeral, 2 men jump into the grave and fight over who loves you the most. Your most passionate admirers, Hamlet and your own brother. And of course, failing those 2 clowns, I suspect a man of the law could keep you under sword and guard for a bit.
That's a lot of options. What do you recommend I do first?
Why, I often turn to the arts to solve such a dilemma. The performance can provide great catharsis, you know. If it rings true with a particular member of the audience, it can inspire great change. I could share the secret if you like. You should see some of my newest material. In this humble playwright's opinion, it has a rare, novel quality, I think.
Is that an invitation?
Meet me in the gallery after my performance is concluded, and we'll talk. Okay. Ophelia now believes that Ophelia and Quince will meet later. Learns about a future event in which Quince demonstrates his theatrical prowess. Interesting. Can we talk to Horatio about being in love with Hammy?
Let's do it, dude.
See if it's an option. Horatio, friend to Hamlet.
Let's do it.
Horatio.
What's your history with Hamlet?
In what regard?
You two have known each other for quite some time, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes, we certainly have. I think the full description of our friendship would be at best saccharine and at worst boring. But you know, the moment I began to like Hamlet was the night we first discussed you. We had come from hearing one of the great writers of the area lecture on his work. Afterwards, we went for a drink. I remember feeling like Hamlet was unusually well equipped to discuss literature for a surly teenage boy. When I pressed him on where he had developed such a liking, he mentioned he'd given many of the great works to him to read. A habit I too have picked up on. I thought, goodness, this Ophelia woman sounds like quite the scholar. Hamlet must be disciplined.
We could
I'm
ask
in
what
danger?
he know. No, he doesn't know Miss Astrid. Okay. Am I in danger or?
We could do I'm in danger. Maybe he cares.
Yeah. Someone is trying to kill me off, but I don't know who.
Oh, I love a good thriller. I'll play your sidekick.
Horatio, take this serious. Okay, Horatio, I'm not trying to be funny.
Oh, I thought we were sort of play acting. Really? Whoever would want to kill you?
I don't know. That's what I just said.
No letter with a mysterious wax seal? No threatening silhouettes outside your bedroom door?
Well, there was someone.
Did you catch what they looked like?
No. And even if I did, I have no idea if it was someone I knew or a stranger.
Well, that does it then. You'll just have to wait for this antagonist to make another appearance. If they do, surely Bernardo can dispatch them with one swing of the sword, am I right? In fact, you should go tell Bernardo of this. Watch him turn white as a sheet. He takes these sort of things so seriously, bless him. Thanks.
I have told him.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern meet with their old friend. Wait, what?
Yeah, they're meeting with Hamlet.
Right.
Yeah, we want to go listen? We haven't listened to it before, have we?
Sure.
We might miss it, but that's whatever.
Hamlet. You know, business aside, that odd little performer man you like so much is coming to Denmark. We saw him coming up the road.
Quince?
Peter Quince? Really? It's been years since we last saw Quince perform, hasn't it?
Wondrous.
A show's already been arranged for the whole court tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yes. That sounds more wonderful than anything that's happened lately. When I was younger, I believe he often allowed me to provide input on his performance. Sometimes he'd even let me contribute to the script. Sounds delightful. And distracted from all the darkness lately. Yes. Distracting. Okay. Ophelia learns about a future event in which Quince puts on a play that Hamlet designed.
Now then.
The Playmaster Quince has already arrived in Elsinore. He should be nearby. I shall go to see him. Maybe it'll help to distract me from less savory matters. I'll see you both at the performance tomorrow night. I guess we go drop on that.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Got nothing to do for a couple hours, so.
Yeah. Oh, we beat him here.
He's slow.
Quince.
Quince, my good man, welcome back to Elsinore.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Why are they standing so far apart?
It is truly a treat to return.
Yes.
I think we could use some drama right now. Some comedy or tragedy. Perhaps one, then the other. Though a tragedy better fits the mood of the castle, I think. I can more than provide, my dear prince. I've heard the performance is to start tomorrow night. Indeed, my lord. Why, I'm already hard at work on the script. You mean you haven't written it yet?
Ooh.
Oh no, I'm an improvisational artist, you see. My performances adapt to the local conversation at hand. So much more topical that way. You understand, I'm sure. How interesting. I have some ideas, but no stroke of genius quite yet. Let me think on it a while. We'll speak more tomorrow. Of course, my lord. I'll be waiting. Ophelia learns about a future event which Hamlet provides some suggestions for Quince's performance. Nothing is happening. Let's go to a thing. Where thing? Laertes meets with a private confidant. Travel to this room. And then we can just pass
And then
time.
we'll stand there for weird amounts of time.
Yeah. This is normal and fine.
Something's happening in
Oh,
the...
hi.
Oh. We're hiding. We're hiding.
Don't
we're
mind-
hiding.
don't
we're
mind
hiding.
us.
We're hiding. We're hiding.
It's not often you invite me to your bedchambers, or anyone might see us. And it's even less often I would entertain such an invitation at all, just so we're perfectly clear.
My lady.
Fickle as your heart is, it is fond of me. This I know. Huh.
Laertes.
You fool. Why didn't you go to Paris? Maybe then you would have found a girl you could actually wed. Oh. You already know how I feel about that. Besides,
My sister.
my sister believes someone wants to hurt her. Ultimately, that's the real reason I didn't go to Paris. I couldn't. Not after seeing her face.
Ophelia.
Ophelia thinks someone wants to hurt her? For what reason? I'm not certain. I know how it sounds, but I believe her. You've always got your ear to the ground when it comes to gossip within the castle. Does anyone harbor ill will towards Ophelia? Anyone who'd want to cause her trouble or frighten her? I think you ought to watch Ophelia's back. If you don't watch over her, Claudius might. You think the king might harm her? That's quite an assertion. Think a moment. She broke Hamlet's heart, and he's still smitten with her powerfully. He watches her like a lovesick fool. The king believes it's what's driven him mad. If Hamlet were to do something foolish, such as ask for her hand in marriage, then Claudius couldn't use him to make political allegiances any longer. And he isn't a popular king. He needs all the ties he can make. Interesting. But, well, look, there's no sense in dwelling on all this. Besides, we must celebrate you being here. With me. Oh. And here I thought you weren't the sort to be romantic or something of the like. If you don't hush, I'm going to turn right around and leave again. As you wish, my lady.
Laertes is fucking. And what is? I can't even look. I need something to block the sounds out.
They are fucking. They're not kissing.
They
That's not
absolutely
making
are.
out. They're
Yeah.
100% boning down. Oh my god. Awkward. Ophelia acquires the information. Inconvenient affections. Lady Britt now believes that Ophelia is in danger. Ophelia learns more about To Catch a Spy. Ophelia learns more about Laertes and Lady Britt.
Ew, he's just sitting on the bed.
Learned way too much about both of them. Recently uncovered that my brother and Lady Britt are involved romantically and have been for quite some time. It's understandable they want to keep their relationship a secret, given the various political pressures at play. I stumbled in on them by on purpose.
By mistake, quote unquote. Heavy quote unquote. What was the top one?
What? Inconvenient affections. The
Inconvenient,
king knows
yeah.
of Hamlet's affections for me and may wish to get rid of me as a result.
Maybe we can tell Bernardo about us being in danger and
Maybe.
potentially.
Britt seems convinced that it is Claudius having me killed because he finds my affection for Hamlet dangerous. It's believable, almost. But if Claudius wanted me dead, he's killed before and wouldn't send another to do the work. Still, maybe there's something to find there. Please leave. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to
We
the
gotta
grave.
go talk to Polonius.
Travel to Rome. We gotta go. We gotta go. Dad, I'm coming. Mom, I'm coming. Let's go.
Oh, Ophelia, you're here. Do you know what today is?
Mother?
I'm not certain what you mean. Judging by where we are, I'd assume it's got something to do with Mother.
Today marked the day your mother and I were first wed. Not second wed, though. That happened on a different day. She was close to your age then. We were so wonderfully young. I wish I could remember my own mind at that point in my life. Everything was so clean and simple, like that Utada Hikaru song, and matters so easy to sort through. Do you ever miss your mother?
Nah, I'm glad that bitch is gone.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think so.
You think?
She might have been too young.
I guess.
Well, we're about to find out, I'm sure. There we go. Hardly able to move on your own.
You were so small when Elise died. Hardly able to move on your own. And sickly, too. She was terrified she'd lose you as she lay ill. She handed you to a nursemaid instead of continuing to feed you. It likely saved your life, though it brought her immense pain to do so.
So she was still a nursing tiny baby, so there's
Yeah.
no way she remembers her at all. I'm lucky then.
Yes.
Your mother was the light of my life. When she left us, my life, well, I have you and Laertes. Were it not for you two, my world would have gone completely dark. For many years, it was as though nothing would ever make me smile again. My hair grew white, and my hands feeble. I felt I needed her to live. You're the spitting image of her. Sometimes when you were small, I could hardly bear to look at your face. It was too painful. Damn, this is, that's an awkward
Okay,
thing to say to your
Dad.
kid. But I know she'd be so terribly, terribly proud of you and Laertes. That's what has kept me alive these many years.
Father, I'm sorry to ask now, but what do you know about Queen Astrid and Mother's relationship?
Queen Astrid.
Queen Astrid.
Perfect, spot on.
Thank you.
Your mother was close with the queen during her service to her. Certain events transpired which no king since would want to come to light.
Tell me, give me the tea.
But you could read about them, if you so desired.
How?
There's something I've never told you before. Something you won't like, I think. And your brother would like even less. But it's the truth.
The music is weird.
When she took ill, King Hamlet ordered her put into one of the sanitariums on the southern coast.
What?
You mean the ones far from here? She died like that?
The king was not kind to her, and would not let her convalesce within the castle along with the rest of the noble affiliated victims. He never treated her with kindness, though he was kind to other noble women of similar rank.
I see.
Because she was foreign-born, you mean?
Yes, her only crime was being born into a world that could not understand her worth. The guard captain at the time, Bernardo's father, was ordered to prevent me from seeing her. The king feared I would take ill too, and leave him with no advisor. I wasn't able to say goodbye. Damn.
Mother.
How could someone do something like that? If she'd been in the sanitarium, she might be alive.
We both knew when we fell in love that it would end like this. It could be no other way. I'm a man of the present. I don't like to remember. Painful memories tend to linger and grasp at us far past their right. But if you were so inclined, she left behind some notes composed at the very end of her life.
Where?
When she died, some kind soul sent her belongings back to me on a ship, but it was simply too painful for me to dream of looking through them. They're located in that shack by the docks. They're locked off along with the other belongings of those who fall to the plague. You'll need to find a way in. Hardly anyone in the castle will go in there. It's a bad omen. But you're sharp as your mother was. I'm sure you'll find a way. Oh. Damn.
So the old king was a racist fuck and
Yup.
sent our mother away to die when she got the plague. What a dick.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Do you
Let's go
want
to
to
the
eavesdrop on
dock really. I
Okay.
do. But let's go to the docks like so fast.
to the shack? It's an interesting reveal. I like that we're
It
still
is.
getting like new info.
Yeah, me too. This old shack is older than I am, but not by much. This is where all the plague victims' things were stored, including my mother's. I can see nails coming through from the other side. It won't budge for my weight. I need someone stronger who might want to help. Our brother or
Bernardo?
Bernardo. Yeah.
Bernardo!
Bernardo, where you at? Oh, me.
Nardi!
Bernardi, come help us, bud.
Chef Bernardi.
We gotta go to the meeting for sure.
The Brit and Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to get too far away from us.
You're busy.
He's busy.
What are you busy
Where
with? Okay.
Oh. Down.
My mother's death.
Okay, yeah, let's on.
Bernardo.
I've learned how Mother died. It was inhuman. Some of her things are still in a shack near the docks.
I just love that. Bernardo. I've learned how my mother
Bernardo.
died. It was inhuman.
What?
Your mother, Lady Elise? What of her?
Did you know? Did you know about her death?
I didn't. Your brother and I were 4 years, perhaps 5.
Plague. But it got worse. After she was sick, King Hamlet sent her to the sanitarium to die, alone and far from family. She wasn't permitted to live out her days in the outer apartments where the other plague victims go.
Why?
Bernardo, nobody ever told me. Were they ashamed?
I'm sorry, Ophelia.
I've never heard of the way Lady Elise met her end. If I had known, Rest assured, I would have told you. Get high.
Thank you.
Please.
Some of her personal items are still in the shack by the docks. I need entry, but I'm not strong enough to break the door.
Are you certain?
That old shack? But the king had Marcellus boarded up a decade ago. It's possible plague still lingers inside. Nope, not really.
Not.
I mean, not a strong epidemiological, like, body of research at this time and in this place, I suppose.
Yeah.
To open it would present a grave danger to all living here now.
You're already in grave danger from each other. What harm would it do? He's just like, "Boo."
I cannot disobey the king, Ophelia. You know that.
So be it. Lift after our bro. I'll
Yeah,
find another way. He'll do anything for us.
truly.
Okay, let's go listen in. Oh, what are they doing now?
Are they boning in the gallery too?
Are they phoning in the gallery too? You guys
They're-
gotta stop fucking so much. The contraceptives are not reliable. Okay.
They're like, we fucked in your room. Let's fuck in the gallery. Hey. Actually, let's check the timeline real quick. Okay, we have
We
a
got
little
time,
bit
we
of
got
time.
We got time. Talk to him. And then let's talk about. We'll talk to him about the king or about
We could
the king
also
too.
talk about Brit wants to meet Hamlet.
We can talk about all of it, but let's talk about mother first.
Yeah.
My mother's death.
Laertes.
Laertes, did you know about mother's death? Did you know what she left behind?
Our mother?
I knew she was ill and that she passed. Father told me that. My memory of her is faint at best.
Did father also tell you of her times spent in the sanitarium? That King Hamlet forced her into quarantine in the middle of nowhere before she died?
So
Clearly not Ophelia.
So being a piece of shit to this family is just kind of a Hamlet tradition, I guess.
Yeah. Mhm.
What?
What?
He did that? Cruel almost beyond belief. But of course, I'd expect nothing less of that man. I never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad he's dead.
I always knew King Hamlet didn't like us. We always stood out to him.
We're not like them, Ophelia. The rest of the Danes, I mean. And we never will be. Don't forget that.
Dude.
Oof. But long after they've given into madness or lovesickness or fainting over themselves, you and I will still be here, fighting.
Laertes, some of mother's items are still in that shed on the docks.
Please.
I need you to help me retrieve them.
Aye, let's go. We deserve to reclaim what's hers, Ophelia. They can try to burn our family down at the roots, be ashamed of us, but we're still here, and we're not going anywhere. Sick.
Okay, where does it happen on the timeline? Right now! Okay, we gotta go. This is more important than fucking... This is more important! Travel. We gotta run. Laertes!
Maybe we can do both.
Go. I think we can do both. If we're so lickety split fast. There he goes. There we go.
Bust it
Time is
down.
frozen.
I see.
It's boarded up.
You see why I asked you now.
Aye, but a good shove.
I heard cracking.
One more. There, it snapped. Let's
In I
fucking
go.
Let's fucking go.
It smells like old cloth and parchment in here. And the plague!
Ah!
It looks like nothing's been touched in years. It's been boarded up, Ophelia. There must be something of hers here. Father told me.
Ophelia.
Is all well?
Ah.
Come see for yourself.
cannot be.
Oh my god. Those are hers?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sister.
I don't think I can do this. Everything's coming back. I feel ill. I thought I'd forgotten her. It was easier like that. Wow, literally everyone here is like, processing? No.
No, thank you.
Shove it down. Shove it down. Shove it further down.
The king's a murderer, shove it down.
Sometimes I merely pretended she was a dream, that she was never alive. I have to go.
I bet you anything it says Laertes has become upset but will recover overnight. Bet you anything. You don't have to be strong all the time, Laertes. I know I was small. I know I don't remember her the way you do. It must be worse for you.
I don't. I can't. This feels wretched. I never should have come here.
Give it to me. Laertes has become upset but will recover overnight. No.
No.
Oh, I recognize her handwriting. This must be it. Mother's diary.
I am Elise, lady to the queen, servant all my life. They say I am mad with fever, but this is truth. Hear my final story if you are able, if you care a whit, if you can know its significance. I was barely more than a child myself when Simona was first let into the castle, a glowing vision of a girl dressed in a peasant's rags. Even then, the head scullery maid ordered her hair to be covered so she didn't attract attention. In the end, it made no difference. Simona was kind to me. This I recall. I often helped the girl with her work as she braided the queen's hair. After she was finished, Queen Astrid would beg her to stay, to tell stories. Simona had a way with stories. She never refused. And when King Alexander came to bed and woo Simona, who was she to refuse him either? Then there was the book. That horrid book. Simona brought it home. From where? Who gave it to her? I still don't know. 4 days later, news of Queen Astrid's sudden death shocked the castle into mute horror, and Simona was quietly whisked away to the king's chambers. She was now the king's only lover, a low-born nobody with the power to rule nations. Did she have a death note?
She literally had a death note. She had a curse book. I love it. It's so dramatic.
I'm just trying to imagine the fucking Shinigami dude from Death Note in 16th century Denmark. Being like sitting there, was it Ryuk? Sitting there all like perched up on furniture,
Yeah.
trying to eat an apple while
Yeah.
people are like,
I
verily
love
and
that.
forsooth.
I love that Elise is like, I'm fucking dying. I've got a fever. Bitches, you need to hear this tea. Like, she's like, I gotta get this shit out. Somebody needs to know. She was sending this back to her husband to be like, dude, you gotta tell somebody. And he was like, I'm too sad to read. I can't do it.
God, okay, look, this is just a general PSA to everyone in my life. If I die and I leave you a document, read that shit. Like, what?
Immediately.
I don't care I literally do not care how painful it is. I don't care how grief-stricken you are by my passing. Hopefully it's kind of a bit. But like, legit, if I write a book or some letters or literally anything and I leave it to you after my death, that's on purpose. Read it. Don't just be like, I'll get to it in 20 years or so, or maybe I'll have our child get to it.
Can somebody please board that up in the shack down by the docks? I'd prefer to not pushing it down. We're not processing our feelings. We're not processing anything.
Ugh. Simona came to me early one morning when it was still dark.
No, read at the top, at the top.
Oh, the guards whispered of Queen Astrid's body, of how she died with her own nails lodged in her throat, the flesh torn, gone abruptly and thoroughly mad, her blood seeping through the keep tower's floor. Simona came to me early one morning when it was still dark, inconsolably upset and without a light. The book is cursed, she whispered to me in the darkness, her face wet with tears. Elise, you don't understand. I was trapped in Elsinore forever, for 1,000 years or more. I saw every outcome I could, every possible version of this world, and it was all rotten. What could I do, Elise? What could I do? The book made me choose, and I chose to let Astrid rot with it all, so I could rule. She kissed me goodbye and pressed a coin into my hand. I cannot hide from God, she said, but I cannot stay in Elsinore. Tell no one where I went. Promise me, Elise. And here I am breaking that promise. I know Simona lives. What happened that insane week all those years ago? What will become of little Ophelia and Laertes and my beloved husband I left behind? I will go to my grave not knowing. Should my family ever read this, know this. I lived a far luckier life than any woman of my station ought to have enjoyed, but the luckiest thing in my world was always you. Damn. So Simona was in the same situation we were, I think.
Yeah, she was looping, but we don't have, I guess we do have our journal, don't we? But we don't have a book that's cursed us. That I can see. Simona, she was trapped in time, just like me. She's been through this before. She must know the way out of it all. And if this is right, she's still alive.
I mean, that was like 20 years ago.
True. But where is she? This is incredible. If this is true, I've got to find Simona and speak to her. Sounds like she's living in town nearby.
Ophelia acquired the information. Simona lives! Ophelia now believes that Simona is alive. Damn. Cool shit. Okay, let's ruin the atmosphere of this moment by going and listening to Brit and Hamlet.
Yeah.
Oh. Lurdy-gurdy. Do we want to talk to him about anything?
Let's talk to him about the loot, maybe.
Okay.
Laertes.
I found a note on your desk accusing Hamlet of stealing your loot. Can we talk about it?
No.
No. I demanded Hamlet return what is mine. If he's ready to bring my property back to me, then I'll speak with him further. Until then, there's no reason to speak to him. Or you. What? Damn, dude. Okay.
Dude is pissing at us.
He means
Okay.
about the loot, right? He doesn't
Yeah, I
mean just
think
like
so.
at all.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Timeline. This is about to happen. Oh, he's meeting Brit here instead of us.
It's fun.
This is meeting spot. Oh. Hold on, let me walk over here and hide in the
Crouch
bush.
down.
You actually came.
Of course.
When a beautiful woman beneath my station calls, who am I to resist? I would like
What
to
the fuck?
abuse my position, and this just seems like a great opportunity for that.
I know, we picked the modern outfits. They're so good. His
Yeah.
Skult hoodie.
I wish all the characters had modern variants.
Me too,
Like
me too.
Brit should absolutely have like a off the shoulder pink
Yeah.
shirt like
Yeah.
situation. You do have a history with that, don't you? Of course. Why don't you come a little closer? It's terribly dark. Better? Much. You smell strangely like Laertes right now.
Do you just have sex?
I wanted a moment to speak with you. I've heard some rumors about you and me lately. I know my father called upon the queen to approach the subject of a betrothal. For us? Yes. Do you think there's still any truth to it? Or was your mother merely gossiping? I'm sure it's real. Discussions of whom I ought to marry are as old as I am. Older still, perhaps. But I pay no mind to those sorts of matters until I must answer to them. You know, it was cruel of you to have Ophelia ask me to meet you tonight. It might have given her the wrong impression. I'd hate to hurt her.
Spare me.
Oh, as if I care what that hysterical hanger-on thinks. Ow.
What?
What did you call her?
Ah.
She's strange. It's not just me. Everyone thinks so. How could you? Ophelia is a lady of Denmark, the same as you. And from the look of it, she's 3 times the woman you are. Don't you ever
Hey.
treat her cruelly again.
Stop.
You're scaring me.
You bitch.
Someone has not been reading Horatio's
Whoa.
books. You evil girl. You don't think I see how manipulative you are? Just how stupid do you think I am? Ow. My God, you really are insane, aren't you? I'm leaving. How dare you push me?
I'm gonna start saying that to people. You evil girl.
She's right. I am insane. Or swiftly becoming so.
Oh, is he just busy cackling?
Yep.
Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him.
Hold
Let's
on.
talk to him.
There's a thing happening.
At the dogs.
Interesting. Do you want to go to the docks or do you want to talk to him?
Let's talk to him really, really fast because there's no one there. Let's do the first one. Let's do the very first one. Let's tell him that I think the king is after me.
Oh, hey, surprise.
Oh, I was just coming down the
Let's
path
just-
from the other way,
yeah.
Hamlet. That's so crazy. Yeah, so rude that you're here. I had no idea you were gonna be here, even though I set up this meeting. Okay. Okay. Hamlet, I believe your uncle may want me dead because of our history together.
Dead?
I fear he wishes to make a more appropriate match with you, Lady Brit, perhaps. And I'm an obstacle to that.
Ophelia, do you believe in spirits?
Yeah, bitch, I absolutely do. 110%.
Like vodka and stuff?
Oh, never mind.
My father's ghost appeared before me on the walls. It warned me about this. It told me Claudius was a killer.
What?
What?
Her face is like, what the fuck? This is the weirdest thing that's happened to me in the past few days. And now you tell me my uncle intends to take your life too. It's almost too much to bear.
I'll kill him.
Not while I live. I'll not allow him to harm you. This only adds conviction to my crime. I shall do the world a favor. I can see only blood ahead of me. For now, let me play the part he expects of me. But soon, Ophelia,
Crime.
he'll be gone. And then he'll trouble you no more, I swear it. For my own sanity, I must find out if my mother knew of this. I have to know if she was complicit too.
How might we uncover that?
Her journal. My mother keeps a diary in her bedroom detailing her every thought. She writes in it often. I thought she might speak of her guilty mind there if she had one. She's always been fond of you. You can get into her chambers. She was part of this. I have to know for certain. Help me, please. Hold on, I need to hide behind this bridge. Hamlet shatters and will not recover. Oh.
Because we're about to die. He cares about us. He doesn't want us to die.
Oops. Ophelia
Yes.
acquires the information, a ghost in Elsinore. Hamlet now wants to destroy King Claudius.
Have we ever been killed where Claudius was dead? He hasn't died, has he?
Nope.
Okay, great.
Hamlet no longer believes that Hamlet is paralyzed with inaction. Ophelia and Hamlet now believe that Ophelia is on a mission to find Gertrude's diary. Hamlet now believes that King Hamlet was murdered.
Yeah.
Hamlet now believes that Ophelia is in
God.
danger. Ophelia learns about a future event in which discussions on a royal betrothal begin. Learns about a future event in which Hamlet confronts Claudius about the murder of his father. If it can happen in this world, it will appear on the timeline. Ophelia
This is
learns
fun.
more about the spirit. The entry will be updated. Ophelia learns more about Prince Hamlet's madness. Damn.
This was a big one. Oh my god, we have to go to the Quince thing. That sounds fun.
Unlikely event. Hamlet provides some suggestions for Quince's performance. Future event. Hamlet confronts Claudius about the murder of his father. That's soon.
That's soon. That's like right now. We should do that. We should do
hold on.
that. That's
Journal.
fun.
Journal.
Journal.
Ghost. Ghost. The spirit. Hamlet and the others have seen spirit of King Hamlet haunting the castle. This is how he learned of Claudius's deeds. If the ghost is indeed real, maybe there's a way for me to meet it. Surely Hamlet knows something. Hamlet is tight-lipped on the spirit. He needs to be sure he can trust me. He asked me to get information from a diary his mother keeps in her room. Well, if it's what must be done, then so be it.
Hell yeah, I'm down. Let's break in.
Where's Prince Hamlet's madness? Was brought on not by love, but by a meeting with what he believes to be the spirit of his father. It's from there he must have gotten his information about Claudius's murder, but the information turned out to be correct, so does the spirit actually exist?
Are the ones with the stamps next to them, like, fully we have all the information we can get on it, you think?
Maybe? That would make sense.
Okay. Let's go sneak into our chambers. Or do we want to go to the
The docks?
confrontation?
Okay,
Oh,
couple
is there
things.
something still happening?
Time is passing. So confrontation is, what time is it now? It's 3:30, so in an hour and a half, the confrontation will happen. So I think we have time to check out the docks and see if whatever's happening there is still happening, and then
Yeah.
head to that.
And then head that way.
Britt.
Time to get up.
Noom.
I knew him to the docks. Britt, what's up, honey?
Who?
Ophelia.
Oh, Feely. You gave me a fright.
Brit?
What brings you down here?
I like to leave the castle when I can. Call it a break of sorts. As you well know, Gertrude seems to frown on courtly women going to town too often, so I come here instead.
Oh, yes. I know all about that.
What if you? It's 3 in the morning. Oughtn't you to be in bed? Or are you planning to sneak into Hamlet's? Never mind. I don't particularly care. Good night. Bell ringing. What?
Okay, quickly.
Hamlet's
What's that
chambers.
What's the unlikely event?
That's... Oh, this is happening now. The unlikely event was Hamlet talking to...
Quince? But why is Quince
Quince.
still on the timeline? Okay, it's still... Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Let's go! Hide! Quick!
Don't mind.
Feely, hide!
Uncle, thank you for agreeing to meet me.
Of course.
Of course. What's this about, Hamlet? I have just one question to ask. Of course. Anything.
Murderer.
Did you kill my father? Oh, that's not a question, dude.
I know you killed him. I have proof. A trusted witness. All I want to know is why.
What?
Killed who? I don't know what you mean.
Liar.
Don't play me for a fool. I know you took my father's life. I know with certainty. I have no intentions of telling anyone else, but I wanted to hear the truth from you. I knew this day might come, but I didn't know when. Perhaps in my heart I've been quietly praying for you to know the truth.
That's why I pray about it loudly in the chapel. Loudly, for all to hear.
Have mercy, Hamlet. I killed him, but I live with the weight of a regret so deep I cannot touch the bottom. I have punished myself enough for my crime.
I don't know about that.
I know it was wrong to have done it. I know it now with everything in my soul. If you have only a shred of mercy within your heart, cling to that and let it feel you. Or fill you. Whatever. Let it Ophelia you. It would bear you a rich reward. We could rule together. You could be prince not only in name, but in act and deed. The country would love you for it. Can you imagine? And with my expertise on the throne now, I'd be able to tutor you. Preparing you for the day when you would become king
I
yourself.
swear it.
Yes, That's how I could make this right, I think. Restore you to where you ought to be, where my brother would have wanted you. No, I'm gonna murder you.
It's true.
You're saying you really did kill him? I see. I find your offer intriguing. I think that would ease Father's spirit, knowing I was preparing to take his place. Yes, let me contemplate the offer.
Nephew.
You truly mean it? Oh, my boy. My poor nephew. I cannot apologize enough.
Yes.
I need a night's time to think it over and to pray. We'll speak further after that.
Of course.
Of course, of course. Anything you desire. Anything at all. First, I want you to do one thing. I've witnessed my father's spirit, Uncle. I spoke to it. You see Father's portrait there on the wall? Of course.
Ah.
It's strange. I've not seen it in the gallery for months. He looked so cruel there. My brother was a stern man, but the cruelty he earned from our own father. What would you say to him?
Brother.
I'd say... Why, there's so much to say. Yeah. How much I miss.
Bastard.
I don't give a damn. You and your apologies can burn in hell. I loved my father with all my heart, as did his country, and you took him from all of us. No peace offering of power can bring him back from the dead, or save your soul. At last he is justly served. King Claudius dies. Hamlet becomes upset, but will recover overnight.
Oh, what a
What a piece of shit.
What an absolute, he's upset right now, but he'll recover. Shattered.
He's shattered from earlier though. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Do we
Timeline?
wanna go into Gertrude's chambers?
I think she's in there, probably.
Can we? What's up?
She's on the
The
landing.
landing. Can we go in to see?
You're
if we
like,
can get
hey, your husband's dead. Bye.
Time to.
I
spread
didn't
the
see
news.
anything. Ah,
Oh.
no. Someone died, so
Okay.
we are gonna cut ahead to.
Yeah. Something's happened, but I don't know what. No, let's not. Let's go to her. Let's go to her chambers.
They're gonna
'cause
be like,
everyone else will be there. No, don't go. to
Ophelia
her.
murdered
She's
the king.
what's happening?
Ophelia.
Oh.
Ophelia, a word in private, please.
Sure. What's up?
He's dead. I can scarcely believe it. What a surprise.
Oh my god, I wasn't even there or anything. How would I know that? I mean, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me.
I just wish I knew what Father would say.
I
Never thought I'd make it this long, though. I thought everything was so dark for so long. I couldn't feel, couldn't think. All I wanted to do was die. Some part of me still does.
I know.
I know. But now you've got to make the hardest decision of your life. You want to fuck? Okay. Where do you want to... Where do you go from here now that you've chosen to live?
I think I already know. I've spent these long months trying to purge you from my mind, but I couldn't do it. All the same, I know you've despised me from afar all summer. I want to respect that boundary. That was in the first chapter of this book Horatio gave me. It's as far as I got. There's another chapter about using the word bitch, but I didn't read it very well. If it's true that you love me no longer...
kind of deserved it, like 1%.
Like 1%.
We've
but
been calling her britch.
Well, yes, we've earned it, but the way that he did it, where he was like,
Yes.
"You bitch," it had a flavor to it, you know?
Yeah. But she was kind of being a dickhead about us.
A little bit.
A little bit.
If it's true that you love me no longer, I'll go, and I'll never trouble you again with my affections, nor stumble blindly into your room at dawn.
You did that on accident, dude.
You have only to say the word.
What will the others say, Hamlet?
What does that mean?
You know well. The forces at work in Elsinore are far stronger than whatever I might desire. Don't you think I saw the way your uncle looked at me? As though I were an annoying insect?
But he's gone now, Ophelia. He's dead. I murdered him. Right here. Like right behind me.
Literally. No, we're in a different. Oh, it is this room.
He was fucking sick. Listen.
It was great, and I'd do it again.
And I probably will.
And I probably will. You just won't see it again.
I am prince of this country, and soon, God willing, I will be king. What could you desire that would be beyond my power to control? Other people are beyond your power to control, maybe?
You and I are bound by different privileges. That's the truth of this castle.
But it doesn't have to be. Not anymore. Is that still something of interest to you?
Revisiting our relationship, you mean?
Yes.
What he said. Do you want me still? I was vile to you. I knew it even then. I've done things to you that would shame my father were he still alive. But murdering Claudius, that wouldn't shame anyone. Everyone's pretty stoked on it.
Also, his dad kind of killed our mom, no?
A little bit. No amount of apology can ever remove what I've done to you. But despite all that, I am deeply, truly, eternally sorry for the things I said and did to you. And if you can find it in your heart to ever think of me with affection.
Hamlet.
Hamlet, what you did to me was wrong. You tried to wound me with everything you had. You came after me again and again, and it hurt. I don't know that I can ever trust you again after that, or whether you deserve my trust.
Yes.
You're right. With my uncle's passing, I have come to believe in a world of fundamental justice. Justice for all who have been wronged, including you. And in a just world, I treat you as my partner and better for the rest of our lives. The mistakes of our pasts teach us where those whom we love deserve to be. And you deserve to rule Denmark at my side. You'd be a magnificent queen. I've always said as much, even in my cruelest moments.
Please.
Can you share that vision with me? Can you trust me again? Please say no, Ophelia.
We have a choice. I want to say yes first. Because it's not the good outcome, Dylan. And we're going to have to redo this again, Dylan.
I just think that this is going to start the timeline all over again.
You think this is going to start it all over again?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Your mother would be thrilled, I'm certain.
So, your answer?
I don't forgive you, Hamlet. Not yet. But I suspect something in me misses you after all.
That something happens to be a woman named Summer. Oh.
Why are you crying? Isn't this what you wanted?
No, it's not that. It's not what I wanted at all. These last few months have been a living hell.
I couldn't agree more. Are you afraid of what comes next?
More than I've ever been. No one is certain what the chain of command ought to be. I intend to take advantage of that ambiguity. It's time I sat on the throne.
What's your plan?
I don't have one. Not yet. If only there were someone who could give me advice, help me through this.
Oh.
I might have some ideas.
Wait.
Where are you going? Will I see you tonight?
Don't be afraid, Hamlet. The future belongs to you.
We're gonna get stabbed.
Allow me to put thought to action on your behalf.
Until we meet again. Ophelia acquires the information, making a king. Hamlet and Ophelia now believe that Hamlet and Ophelia are in a relationship. Ophelia learns about a future event in which Hamlet and I discuss how he will rule.
Interesting.
Okay, Bernardo delivers some dismal news to the castle. Horatio and Gertrude have a heart-to-heart. Discussions of betrothal begin. Okay, we want to go to Gertrude's chambers.
Let's see if we can get the journal, and then maybe we end there if we can grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got time left in this loop. It didn't reset. But I have a key. And now it isn't. Key, meet keyhole.
What is this, a 2005 kids movie?
Look at her headphones.
Okay, good point. Gertrude's diary is just right here.
It's sitting on the glass table. It's Gertrude's diary.
May 2nd, 1535? Tonight my husband seemed distressed. At first I thought he was missing our son, gone to Wittenberg. But as the night progressed, he seemed to grow old before my eyes. He seemed broken, somehow. When the second course was served, he collapsed while raising a toast. Ironically, a toast to our health. I took him on my shoulders and bore him out of the great hall and up to his bedroom myself. As I lay him down in his bed, I noticed tears in his eyes. I tried to comfort him by kissing his forehead, but he pushed me away. You will betray me, he rasped. You will always betray me, every time. You cannot do otherwise. He collapsed into something like sleep then, and would not answer my questions. When I returned to the party, our guests were concerned, but Claudius stepped in to assure them. Everything's all right, he boomed in his loudest, most regal voice. Everyone, drink more. Don't take your health for granted. Then he turned and offered me his hand. Now I think a dance with the Queen will restore some life to this party, don't you? He said, smiling at me. It was as though I were the only woman in the whole world in all my time. In the whole world. In all my time married to Hamlet. He never once looked at me like that. That evening, when all guests had gone to bed, I found myself outside my bedroom door, saying my goodnights to Claudius. I don't want to go to bed, I told him, laughing. I want the night to continue. Stop the dawn. As you wish, my queen, he said, and kissed me. I was surprised at first, and yet I wasn't. I kissed him back. He pulled my bedroom door shut behind him. Surely I, too, deserve some happiness in this world that has been so cruel to me. Don't I? Ooh.
Oh my god. Literally, imagine your husband goes, you betray me. You betray me in every outcome, in every universe. You always betray me. And she's like, what? And then 5 minutes later, she's like, I love your brother actually now.
Yep.
Okay. Oh no. Gertrude. This is the information Hamlet wanted. Let's see what he wants to do with it.
Ophelia acquires the information, the affair. Ophelia now believes that Queen Gertrude was unfaithful. Ophelia learns more about Claudius coming undone.
He dead
Ophelia
now.
learns more about the spirit. Ophelia learns more about Queen Gertrude. Boom.
Boom. What a good spot.
Ooh, what
Ooh.
a spicy episode.
Juice. Juicy.
Man, this whole place is fucked. So what
This
I'm
place
getting,
is actually fucked. Yeah.
what I'm getting is that Simona, went through the thing with King Alexander.
Yeah.
Then King Hamlet went through the thing. And now Ophelia is going through the thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is a recurring issue.
Yeah. And Quince seems to know everything.
Yeah. Quince is
Because
clearly some extra-dimensional, otherworldly
thing.
piece of shit. Maybe Quince is the Shinigami for the book.
That makes sense.
But also, like, everyone here sucks.
Yeah.
Everyone's terrible. Everyone's just the worst. Like, Gertrude sucks, Claudia sucks, Hamlet sucks, Britt sucks. Bernardo's, like, kind of maybe okay. Marcellus is pointless. Like, most of these people are just terrible people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the end result. So the best outcome is actually that everyone dies? No, but like,
No.
God.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to figure out what the best outcome
Yeah.
is.
Like, what's the best ending that we can get?
Yeah.
Can we save everyone? Is that possible? Is that even desirable? Like,
I don't even know if it's possible because the thing is, it's like if you don't address certain rumors, then people just naturally die. Like things
Yeah.
just naturally unfold.
So you have to
and
save those
die.
people.
Yeah, you have to go out of your way specifically to save those people. So it's like I would imagine that right now we're still in discovery phase of like stuff that can happen, but
Yeah.
eventually I think we'll have enough information where it's going to be like the Groundhog Day,
Yeah.
you know, when he like has to go and has to do like all these very specific things. Like he's like mad
Yeah.
dashing all over the
We're gonna
place.
have to put together the
save
puzzle
everybody.
of which specific things do we need to do to save.
Yeah, and in what
Everyone.
order, and yeah, who do we talk to? When do we talk to him? Where do we get? Because we're getting more information that we won't have to do again. Like we spent a lot of time figuring out how to get that key and setting up the meeting between Britt and Hamlet and going to that and like all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
And we
yeah.
could talk to Hamlet at any time about Claudius
Yeah.
wanting to kill Ophelia. Right?
yeah, exactly.
So like, we're definitely getting some
that could be. We
shortcuts.
can wake up and do it first thing in the morning, you know?
Yeah, he'd be like, I'm in your room. And he could be like, bitch, your dad wants us, or your uncle wants us dead.
Yeah.
Wants me dead.
And he's like, do you want a bone? And we're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or no. Maybe not.
I'm
I'm
There
excited.
was a thing that I wanted to say. What was it? What was the thing I was going to say?
I don't
was
know.
going to say a thing about a thing. Oh, so far, the least unavoidably fatal of series of events we had is the canon one where Polonius
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of wondering if at some point we should just go through on normal timeline, let Laertes leave, all that stuff, and just leave it normal except for trying to save Polonius.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out next time.
Yep. So fun.
Bye, bitches.
Bye, bitches.